Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Mike.
We're going to show you how to install the bubbling rock kit today. One of the most important things you have to consider before you install your bubbling rock kit is where you're going to put it. You want to choose a location that has access to power. You also want to have a location where people can enjoy it, next to a deck or a patio in this case, or the hot tub. We're going to choose this location over here in the corner. I think that'll be a great spot.
With the bubbling rock kit, you get the following items: a 5-gallon pail with a perforated lid, the hose for the kit, pond liner, a pump, a light, and obviously your granite ball.
The tools that you need to do this job are pretty basic. You need a shovel, a utility knife, a level. If you don't have a level, you can use a glass filled with water.
So this is the location we chose to put our bubbling rock kit. We checked with our local utility company, made sure there's no lines underneath it. So right now we're just digging a hole for our 5-gallon pail, and we're going to make sure it goes 2 inches below the surface.
Okay, so we've finished digging our hole. As you can see, that's the general shape. Now we're going to take and insert our bucket and make sure it's level. Perfect with this. If you don't have that level again, you can use a glass of water, fill it close to the rim, and just set it on top to get your level that way. So, now that the bucket is in 2 inches deep, we're going to start backfilling.
So now we're just going to backfill this hole. When you do it, you want to do it kind of in a dish shape. You know, make sure the edges are kind of sloping down so that the water will flow back into the bubbler. And I also just threw a bit of weed mat over top of it so that the dirt doesn't flow back into the kit. So yeah, now we're just gonna fill with what we took out.
Okay, so Mike's finished backfilling now. You can see how he's got a good concave shape, or a dish shape. So the water's gonna run back into that bucket. We're gonna take the lid off here. And you can see we've got some dirt in there. So I'm gonna have to make sure I get all that dirt out of the bucket.
So now we're pretty much ready to fully install the kit. One thing you want to do though before you install it is make sure that the pump is working correctly. So what I've done here is I've just attached the tube to the pump. Pretty easy, just screw it in. And I've also made sure that the pump is at the full setting. Make sure that you get the optimum flow going on. And a little trick that we discovered is you just take a piece of nylon or old pantyhose and attach it over the pump. It acts as a filter, makes your pump last a lot longer. So now we just want to make sure it's working correctly. So we filled the bucket halfway up with water, and then we simply just drop the pump into the bucket and we plug it in. Looks like it's working good.
Okay, we're almost there. Pump's tested, it's working. So let's do the first bit of capping this off. Pump's inside the bucket. We're going to insert the plug through one of the outside holes of the lid. Feed it through. Then we're going to put the actual hose through the middle. Now, when I put the lid on, I don't snap it on. I just want it to rest on there tightly because it's going to make it easier to remove the pump in the winter time when it's time to winterize your kit. Okay, so we have that all in place. We're going to take our rubber liner, lay it out. Center it on the bucket. Now we're ready to install the ball. Okay, so now we're getting ready to install the ball. Important thing to do next is this is our light ring. The end of the hose is gonna plug into this light ring. The water is going to shoot through the light, and the light's going to illuminate the water as it comes out of the rock. So we need to take this light ring, put it under the liner, through the hole in the bottom of the rock. Just feed it through there. It should go through nicely. Then it comes out the top. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the hose and we're going to feed that through. Okay, once you've got it, I'm going to grab on the top of the hose, insert the barb fitting into the top of the hose, and slide the slack back through. Just like so. Okay, so I've just filled up the bucket with water. I can see that everything's draining into the bucket properly, so that's great. We're ready to plug this baby in.
So now we're ready to get this whole kit going here. This cord is just coming from the light. We're just going to plug it into this transformer that comes along with the kit. It's pretty straightforward. And just plug it into your electrical source. Nice red light there. And now we're ready to get the pump going too.
Okay, so you may find with your kit that your hose is too long. You'll know that by pulling it out and pushing it down. You'll hear the bottom of the bucket, and that's right about there. So we want that light to be indented about half an inch or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it up, take my utility knife, I'm going to cut off about an inch of this hose. Okay, so cut off the hose. I'm going to insert the light again. And push the two parts back into the ball. Perfect.
So now that we've made sure everything's working properly, it's looking good, we're just ready to cover it with our clean decorative rock, which we're using Rundlestone's.
Okay, well that's that. You know, it's taken us an hour to an hour and a half. Easy job. We've got the decorative rock all in around, covering the rubber liner. All the cords are hidden. The rock is bubbling nicely. It's making that nice water sound. This is a great little ornament to add to your yard to give you some nice, you know, ambiance. Couple things to remember. When it comes to winter time, you need to take that pump out before it freezes. Keep it inside, and then redo it again next spring. The other thing is, once a week you want to hit that with some water. You want to make sure that bucket stays filled up. Other than that, enjoy.